a 57. 57 what? So it's a, okay, thank you, put it down. It's a pretty special truck. And it belongs to Mr. Peterson. Okay? And it's an important truck to him. So, what do you think you would feel like if at the end of the service it had disappeared? Somebody just put it in their pocket and took it home with them. How would Mr. Peterson be feeling? Would he be feeling really happy? Oh, thank God I've got rid of this truck. I don't have to, you know? He'd be feeling, what would he feel? So what are some feeling words? He would be feeling happy, maybe sad, maybe
angry.
Maybe, yeah. So what do you think he would do if he kind of knew who took it? Probably be Ricky. So, I mean, he could get a big stick and come after Ricky, right? That'd be one thing he could do. But that isn't what we want to do in the church, is it? We don't want to be beating each other up. Or he could decide, well, I'm never going to talk to Ricky ever again. And every time Rick came in, he'd just look at it, and everybody would be mad. Would that be a good thing to do? No. So in the story that I read from the gospel, what did Jesus say we should do?
First, talk to the person.
Yeah? So, say, okay, Mr. Peterson, come and talk to Rick and say, Rick, I think you have my truck. Did you forget? And then Ricky could say, oh, you know, I'm sorry. Yes, here's the truck. And Mr. Peterson would give him a big hug and say, it's all right. And then everything would be mended. And at St. Mark's, when people came, they'd be happy to see each other, and everything would be great. Yes? Or perhaps Rick would be too embarrassed and he'd say, no, it wasn't me, I didn't do it. Sometimes we get like that. Right? I remember one time when I was little, smaller than anybody here sitting in the front rows, I had a trundle bed, you know, one with the lever, and you put the lever down and the bed came down. And I thought it'd be interesting to do it because I could, right? So I moved the lever, but unfortunately the dog was sleeping under the bed. So the dog was yelping, and my dad came running, and when I said, it wasn't me, I didn't do it. Well, it wasn't anybody else in the room, so my dad believed me. But I got scared, right? So I said it wasn't me. So what did Jesus say we should do if that happens? If the person said, no, it wasn't me, I didn't do it, it's not my fault. Jesus said, well, why don't you take a couple of other people with you and have a conversation? So I know the people you would want to bring with you to have this conversation, and Rick was saying it wasn't me. But maybe somebody that Rick knew and trusted and helped him feel more comfortable, and then you would have a conversation, and what you hope for is, again, being able to say, all right, we've got this all worked out, we're friends again. Now, sometimes people just they won't say, yes, it was me, and they keep keeping you at arm's distance. That happened in the church I was at, not St. Mark's. You know, like in coffee hour, we have a plate out, and you just put some money in, and it helps pay for our coffee and our snacks. And you know, if you've got a $20 bill, you put a 20 in, you take the change out. Well, we had somebody who kept taking change for 20, but he never put the 20 in. So we had a conversation with him about it. And he said, no, I put the 20 in. Not me, I didn't do it. And however many people we took, we got the same answer. So what we did was we got a box where you could put the money in, but you couldn't get the money out. So we had to kind of rearrange how we were with each other. And that's what we did. Because what we want as a community is not to be making people wrong or beating each other up, but we want to be a people where we know each other and we trust each other and we love each other. Because that's what God wants on earth. And God has empowered us to make that real on the earth. And if we don't, if we make anger and violence, beating each other up, real, then that's what's real. And you just read the newspaper or watch TV and see there's a lot of that going on. But there's also a lot of people connecting with each other and loving each other and forgiving each other going on also. And it's your job and my job to make that the reality of the world in which we live. So, are you up for that? You're going to make this a world where we want to be, where we all belong, where we forgive each other. Okay. Well, maybe a first step is to give Mr. Peterson his truck back. There he is. Just walk down the aisle and you'll see he's got a grey beard and white hair on the right-hand side there. Okay. Thank you very much. Shirt on? Yeah. Put your hand up. Put your hand up, Pete. There you go. That's the one. And why don't you all go back to your places and we'll say the Children's Creed together. So.